Do you tend to try to remember everything? No. I used to, but then I got lazy. What's up guys, Nelson Dellis here. It's been a while since I've done a Q&A, so I figured let's do a Q&A for 2019. There's a lot of new members of the Memo team here, new subscribers, what's up? So I figured I might answer some questions that a lot of people ask, or some weird ones that just pop up. Let's dive into it, shall we? All right, these are gonna be totally random and all over the place, just ones that I picked that I thought needed some answering, or just funny ones or interesting ones that I thought should be addressed. So, starting with this, and some of these refer to specific videos, I'll make it clear what I'm talking about. Anyways, the first one is, hey, what type of notebook is that? The ink doesn't bleed through, that is. So there's a video that I did where, well, actually a few videos where I'm writing in a notebook. I think namely my Morse code one and the setting goals. People were upset that I was wasting a whole notebook on that. But whatever, they are moleskin sketch pads with no lines. I love moleskins, I buy the pack of 3, and I'll put the link of them in the description. Great stuff, not too expensive either. All right, next question. How's the Drops 2K challenge going? Glad you asked. I'll be having some update videos coming soon. So now, obviously the 2K challenge, learning the 2,000 words, finished earlier this year. Now I'm working on fluency, or basic fluency. And yeah, I take lessons twice a week. I speak with my mom, and it's going well. I should have an update video soon about how I'm speaking. At the end of the year, that's hopefully the goal, is to get me to really show off what I've learned and taught myself in Dutch. And I should also throw in some videos on how to memorize some of the difficulties of language. And I can use some Dutch examples like verbs, conjugations. Anyways, yeah, going well. Thanks for asking. All right, since you trained your memory to such a high level, do you recall memories of events prior to when you started memory training better? No. Yeah, no. Yeah, I don't even remember things better now as they're happening as with a memory like mine. Memory is an active process. I will say though, my frame of mind is different because I have a highly trained memory. So every experience I go into, every event, everything that happens to me, I do see it through a lens of the trained memory guy. So that, I guess, makes it more memorable, but definitely doesn't make things from before that suddenly pop up in my memory like, I'm a memory champion, now I remember when I was born. Nah, I don't remember when I was born. How do you say look at my junk in Dutch? So I think this is a reference to sometimes I frame my shots, my videos, and I don't realize that it's like almost centered on my crotch, because I sit on the couch sometimes and it's pretty low. This video, no, I've got it greatly set up. You don't even get to see my junk, my Dutch junk. Yeah, I don't know what the word for junk is, but look at my is cake naar mijn. Look at mine. My junk? I don't know. I'd have to look that up. Let's see. Junk. Rommel? Okay, so cake naar mijn rommel. Yeah. Next question. At 50 seconds into this specific video, what do you tell yourself before starting the memorization? So I did a 30-minute Pomodoro session, and you can see me memorizing numbers, and I think what he's talking about is right before I memorize the numbers, I close my eyes and kind of get myself together. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I don't really tell myself anything. I just kind of center myself, calm myself down, take a few breaths, situate myself inside the memory palace I'm about to use at the starting point so I'm ready to go. Take a few breaths, calm down, and then I go. That's all that's happening. How much does the altitude change the memorization? So I posted a video of me memorizing cards on Everest. That's a great question, and I could do a whole video on that. Because I meticulously would study and train my memory at different altitudes to see the effects. And back in the day, 2011, I was high on this finding that I actually improved with altitude, insanely enough. And I have my own reasons for that, but I would say it doesn't really, if you're using memory techniques. What did affect me is I was tired. So sometimes I'd just be so exhausted that I couldn't even focus on anything, and my memory would be bad. But the heightened sense of where I was and being so removed from everything made my imagination and therefore memory much more powerful. All right, can you do more videos as this? Yeah, sure, always trying to do more videos as this. I think specifically he's talking about the video where I teach you something as I'm learning it. I think I did that for the alphanumeric pilot code. I was doing it live and I think people really enjoy that. So definitely, I have a few videos in the pipeline that have me learning it as I go through the video. I think it's a fun experience for everybody watching to see how I go about it my first time, second time through. Love the video, but also did anyone else notice the pregnancy books in the background? Yeah, I am not pregnant.
Whoa. I just felt it kick.
But my wife was pregnant and we had a baby. So pregnancy books are very helpful. Not for memory, but for remembering how to take care of a baby, I guess. Do you still use PAO system in memorizing cards and numbers? No, sort of, not really. It's complicated. How many sites do you have in your individual mind? Okay, I think that's how many memory palace locations do I have? Hundreds, thousands. I have hundreds of memory palaces. Each have a varying amount of locations, so definitely thousands. Some are longer, like for numbers, when I memorize more numbers. Some are shorter, like for cards. They don't have to be very long to memorize a whole deck of cards. And then I have other ones for just whatever comes my way, for memorizing words, binary, whatever. So I have thousands of locations. How do you do it at such a high speed though? Because I can pretty much do the memory palace thing, but it takes a rather long time. Any advice? Yeah, I totally get it. And I was the same way. It's practice, that's it. And make sure that these memory palaces are familiar to you, that you know them very well. That's it. Practice makes perfect. It does, it actually does. Believe it or not, they say that all the time, but it's true. Curious how you think this might work for individuals with working memory issues. Do you have any knowledge of this? Yeah, a little bit. I've worked with some people who have had brain injuries or people with dementia, and to varying degrees this stuff works. Definitely better than no memory techniques at all, but I think it kind of depends. Can you learn something new, first of all? Can you understand what I'm teaching you? And once you can get past that, I think a lot of people can use these techniques, and that's where the benefit lies. For a lot of people who have limitations on their brain, or so they think, these techniques would help them get a lot further. How much time per day did you use drops over the 90-day period? A lot. 3-4 hours a day. Just mostly because I had to go through all the words, and I can only go so fast as the software lets me. But in terms of review, I didn't really need that much. Playing it and learning new words was enough to kind of get things going. But I'd say a few hours a day. It was fun, I didn't mind it. Hi Nelson, I was wondering if you had any specific tips on how to get faster when memorizing a deck of cards, or if it's practice, practice, practice. See my answer a few questions ago. Practice makes perfect, practice makes perfect, practice makes perfect. It's practice, my friend. I was wondering where you get your randomized numerical lists for memory practice. Do you have a resource you can share, or do you simply make your own on a text editor? I actually make my own. I use Mathematica, which is a programming suite. I just code it and I generate my own numbers so that they look exactly like the ones at either the US Championship or the World Memory Championship. If you'd like some, send me a note. I'll send you some. Do you tend to try to remember everything? No. I used to. When I first got into this stuff, I was obsessed. I loved this stuff. I thought it was the coolest thing. I wanted to apply it to everything. But then I got lazy. And now I only memorize, or try to memorize, when I'm actually competing. You're gonna blow up on YouTube IDK when? But soon. I hope so. I mean, recently I just had a miniature blow up, kind of doubled my numbers, but I would love to get to 100K. That's my ultimate goal, and then I will quit YouTube and be happy. Hi, would you memorize maps? It's coming. I have a good one coming up on that. Who in your mind is the world's greatest climber? I'm going with Messner. I'm gonna have to agree with you. Reinhold Messner, legend. Kilian Jornet, Yuli Steck, this guy Nims, who I've never heard of before until this year. He's climbing all 14 8,000 meter peaks in, I think, 7 months or something like that. It's absolutely insane. You gotta check out his stuff in the description. What keeps you motivated? That's a soul-searching question, man. Sometimes, I don't know. I find it hard to find that sometimes, but I do want my 5th title. That thing motivates me like no other, so as long as I have that, I'm gonna keep going. Hank Scorpio. I didn't know who that was, I had to look it up. What do you think? Yeah, maybe? Is it just me, or does he look like Van Gogh? Yeah, except got in my ears. Fun fact, I actually was Van Gogh for Halloween once. Saw you got a lot of these from Vsauce. Cool if he got credited. This is reference to the Morse code video. Vsauce does a Morse code video. True, I covered something that he doesn't at all. And even the sound mnemonics that I use, he didn't invent them. They're on Wikipedia. So, and actually I didn't use the same ones he did. Some of them are the same. But anyways, I mean, I love this video. Didn't make it because of him, but we just happen to have 2 Morse code videos. 2:21 a.m. So apparently YouTube recommends my Morse code video, the one that got a lot of views, to people really early in the morning. 4:04 a.m., 2:03 a.m., 4:14 a.m., 3:04 a.m., 2:16 a.m., 3:21 a.m., 3:16 a.m. What the hell? That's it for this video. Hope I answered some fun questions, something interesting. I'll do another one of these probably next year. In the meantime, if you haven't subscribed yet, I don't know what's going on. Better do that right now. Anyways, see you in the next one. I'm out.